I guess I'm doing a Harry Potter video now. Another one. I've done one before. Hi, so before I get into the meat of this video, I wanted to talk about J.K. Rowling, because she has been doing some very terrible stuff since I started recording this video. I started recording this video like 2 months ago. It took me a while to get through the whole series. Since then, J.K. Rowling has come out as a transphobe. She's terrible. It's really harmful to a lot of the people who originally really liked her books. I know that a lot of people have identified with the themes in Harry Potter about not being accepted and stuff like that, and having the author, who is so deeply ingrained in the series, because she's kind of made it a big point of hers to like produce or write or help make a lot of the things that have come out of her series sense, like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and The Cursed Child. And stuff like that. And she wrote the original books, and it's just horrible. The things that she's doing is really isolating her audience. My heart goes out to all the trans people who really identified with the Harry Potter series, and I would recommend not financially supporting in the series anymore if that is available, a thing that you can do. I'm really debating whether or not I'm going to post this video at all, because it will bring some attention to the Harry Potter series. Other people might want to reread the series if they see my video, so I guess if you own the books already, you can do that. You should. I recommend getting the bang for your buck, you know? But yeah, J.K. Rowling sucks. Don't support her. Hi, so I started reading the books before I started documenting my thoughts about them. So this will only be a reading vlog of books 4 through 7 and then the corresponding movies. Why does everyone seem to like pumpkin juice so much? In Harry Potter, they mention pumpkin juice so much, it seems like none of them drink water. They all drink pumpkin juice, and I've never heard of pumpkin juice in the real world at all. Is that an English thing? It's weird. I should probably film some B-roll of me reading. B-roll. So the idea for this vlog style video came when I had all of these random thoughts about Harry Potter that I recorded on my phone, and then I re-recorded them on my camera because I thought, hey, these thoughts could make an interesting video. So now you have this weird jumbled vlog of some of my thoughts and some of me reading. My recording cut out, but so you have this weird jumbled thing of some of my thoughts, some of me reading, some of my reactions to things, and some other fun stuff. Just my process of rereading the Harry Potter series. Just finished the 4th book. Oh, my voice is very hoarse. And I forgot about how different the 4th one was from the 3rd book. Like, the 4th one is the point where it really switches from, oh, it's just Harry and his friends hanging around at school, to, oh, this is wizard Nazis that we're fighting. I got my 5th book ready to read, and from this point on in the series, all of the books kind of blend together into one huge lump of story in my brain, so it'll be fun to reread and distinguish little elements of the huge clump of story. I'm about to watch the 4th movie. They have these ugly 2000s movie cases. The 4th book is when Harry really starts to suck. He just is so mean to Ron and Hermione and to everyone. He just snaps so often, so angry and annoying. But it's also the book where Ginny starts having a personality other than having a crush on Harry, so we like that. Everybody in the book seemed to like hate Luna Lovegood, at least in the 5th one. They don't really like her. I never really considered Cho Chang as a very interesting character, but like in the 5th book, hearing Hermione's description of what she thinks Cho Chang's thought process is, it just made me think so much more about how interesting Cho Chang was as a character. Here, I'll read it to you. Well, obviously she's feeling very sad because of Cedric dying. Then I expect she'll feel confused because she liked Cedric and now she likes Harry, and she can't work out who she likes best. Then she'll be feeling guilty, thinking it's an insult to Cedric's memory to be kissing Harry at all, and she'll be worrying about what everyone else might say about her if she starts going out with Harry. And she probably can't work out what her feelings towards Harry are anyway, because he was the one who was with Cedric when Cedric died, so it's all very mixed up and painful. Oh, and she's afraid she's going to be thrown off the Ravenclaw Quidditch team because she's been flying so badly. Like, that's so interesting and complex, and I don't remember if the book does anything more with Cho Chang's character. And it's a reflection of Hermione's own feelings, because Hermione knows that last year she went to the ball with Victor Crumb, and now she likes Ron because she liked Ron. She kissed Ron on the cheek. So I'm about 500 pages in to the 5th Harry Potter book, and we're coming up to the last time that we see Sirius alive. Like, before going in the last scene at the Department of Mysteries. So it's kind of surreal. It's kind of like saying goodbye to a loved one. Like, reading the scene is just like, oh, they don't know it yet, but this is going to be the last time that they're seeing Sirius alive. Ooh, Harry and Cho just went on their first date, and I remember why I don't remember that. It was very cringy and hard to read. Definitely not a good ending to the Cho Chang arc. I hope that they add more, because you can watch back, and I was really excited about Cho Chang's character arc. Maybe it'll get better. Harry's dad is kind of a jerk. Like, I don't like him. I'm very perplexed because I have about 100 pages left in the 5th Harry Potter book. They're about to go to the Department of Mysteries, and I am so pumped. I really want to read it. They have me all excited. They're running thestrals to get there. They just killed Umbridge. But it's my bedtime. It's like 1 a.m. and I'm trying to not be bad at sleeping, because I've been bad at sleeping for a while, and I think it's time for me to go to bed, but I also really want to finish the book. It'll probably take me until like 2 a.m. if I want to finish the book, so I'm gonna finish the book. Yeah, so I didn't quite finish the book, but I read through the climax, and now it's getting to the falling action. So I figured I'd go to sleep. I will see you tomorrow when I finish the book. Okay, so I just finished the book, and I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. The real benefit that books have over movies, which I've seen recently, like, I can watch the Harry Potter movies anytime, but it'll take me at least a week or so. It'll take about a week to read an 800-page book. Like, none of the character relationships are expanded upon or done much with in the 5th Harry Potter book. Like, Cho Chang, I was really excited about her character arc, because they set it up so prettily, and it was going to be great. And then at the end, she doesn't change at all. All we know is that, well, she was really just an aid in Harry's storyline. She didn't get anything of her own, and any of her own character arc. All we know about her is that she's really sad about Cedric dying. And then Harry kind of puts it in our mind that that's a bad thing, that she feels bad about her boyfriend dying. It's like, okay. And then at the end, she is dating somebody new, and she's still sad. And Harry doesn't feel the need to impress her anymore. And it's all about Harry's story and not Cho Chang. I would have liked to hear more about Cho Chang. I'm about to watch the movie, so I really didn't realize how long this movie is. Professor Trelawney was already getting sacked, And I was like, wait, really? She's already getting sacked? It's only like 15 minutes into the movie. But then I checked, and we're 50 minutes into the movie. I feel like I didn't explain this well enough before. What I kind of meant to get at was that the book's main asset is that it gets to expand more of the world and develop characters more and set up more character relationships and dynamics that'll make the world more expansive to the reader. Especially J.K. Rowling's books, because at this point I don't think editors were telling her to take much out. So she has so much opportunity to make characters besides Harry have a very elaborate outside storyline. And a person who I think that she does a great job with is Ginny. Because in this book, she gives Ginny 2 other boyfriends, which makes Ginny, which shows in Ginny's case that she's allowed to have motivations and character relationships outside of Harry and the rest of the main gang that we've grown with. We can see that she's developed enough as a person that her world doesn't revolve around Harry. I have now my 6th book here and ready to be read. The 6th book is definitely when people are like, hey, there's an opposite gender. Wow. I was never like that though. 'Cause I'm gay. So I just got to that part of the book where the big spoiler thing happens. I already put a spoiler warning. When Dumbledore dies. So Harry named his son after this man. The man who killed the best person he knows. Dumbledore is kind of Harry's favorite guy. Dumbledore means a lot to Harry, and Snape just killed Dumbledore while Harry was there. I know he has a redemption arc, but I think that redemption arc is stupid. Alright, so I just finished the 6th book and the 6th movie, and I have to say, Dumbledore should have told Harry everything right then. I have not yet read the 7th book for the 3rd time. Like in this batch of reading, I have not yet read the 7th book, but I remember that Dumbledore has a big long plan with Harry in it, and Dumbledore should have just told him, because Dumbledore's dead now, and that sucks. A thing with both the 6th and with both the book and the movie, it ends in such a way that it just feels like, oh, I want more. I want the next book now. It doesn't quite have that like whole story arc. It's just kind of a preparation for the next book. So I had just started reading the 7th book, which is coincidentally also the only book that we have a sleeve for, because when I was in 2nd grade and I read them for the first time, I took all the sleeves off because I thought they were annoying, which they are, which is why I think all books should have the cover art printed on the cover of the book. But I didn't know in 2nd grade that the books would be worth something if they had the original cover art. So I just got to the bit where Hedwig dies, and it's really sad. It feels like losing an old friend, even though I knew it was coming, and Hedwig wasn't that prominent in the series. It's just like, oh, she's been there the whole time. Yeah. So I haven't read the books since I knew someone who actually died. So all of the, deaths just feel so much more real. Like, Mad Eye just died. And I can experience, it's like, you feel the loss of the characters so much more. At some point in this video, I might cry on camera. That will be embarrassing to put on the internet. Maybe I'll cut it out. So, Hedwig and Mad Eye's death set the tone of this book being way more serious than any of the other ones. Lupin doubting Harry, and him not trusting Harry for trusting others. Harry is very trustful of the people that he loves, and Lupin doubting him sets a tone that there's going to be like themes of kind of taking children seriously. Even though Harry's not technically a child anymore in this one. I'm only like 80 pages in, but I'm so sad. It feels like Harry, Ron, and Hermione have all like grown up without me, kind of. Like I was reading about them when they were like 11, and now they're 17. And they're dealing with so much more serious stuff than, like, I'm dealing with. But, hi. They're, like, so much, they're so different. Okay, before the video's over, I wanted to talk about the impact of these books, and also that ties into how J.K. Rowling is so crappy for doing the things that she's been doing. Okay, these books have always been a huge part of my life, and they mean something different to me now than they did when I was first read them in 2nd grade. And they'll mean something different to me next year when I'm in 10th grade. These books mean so much to a lot of people. They represent feelings of rebellion, childhood, and death. They represent trust, innocence, and loyalty. If you've ever seen protest posters, like these, you know what I'm talking about. I love Harry Potter, and overall, to me, it represents growing up. Harry Potter has and will make me confront myself and how I've changed and grown as a human being, and that's what being a human being is all about, growing and learning how to be better, which is something that J.K. Rowling doesn't know how to do. But kind of themes of protest and sticking up for yourself and others in times of stress are very representative of today and what's going on with, like, the Black Lives Matter movement. There are so many locations in the last, 200 pages. They're somewhere, and then they go to Hogsmeade, then they go to the Hog's Head, then they go to Hogwarts, then we go to the Shrieking Shack, Room of Requirement, Ravenclaw Tower. It's just everywhere. They go everywhere. So Snape's dead, Harry's in his memories, and they just got to the after all this time always line, and I don't like the redemption of Snape. He sucks. I don't like him. But I also don't like Dumbledore either, because Snape's right. Dumbledore is raising Harry like a pig for the slaughter. And then he just shows up later. On the topic of Dumbledore's betrayal, Harry just glosses over it so easily. He's like, and I mean, yeah, Dumbledore betrayed me, but it's all for the greater good, so it's fine. Like, no, this boy has been used as a tool his whole life. Like, he's not gonna have a stronger reaction just then, oh, it's for the greater good. I just finished it. My driver's ed is gonna start in 20 minutes, so I don't really have the time to, like, cherish it, but, oh, the end is so nice. They just, like, they move on. Hogwarts moves to the next generation, and the 8th book isn't good, so I'm not gonna read it, but I have no idea what I'm gonna read next. I've been reading Harry Potter for, like, 2 months. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna watch the last 2 movies, but I have, like, a little bit of time left on my camera batteries. Much like the movie, has so many intertwining plots at the beginning and end of the book, just throughout the 7th book, that, like, the order of events is so hazy and weird and ordered weirdly, and it's the same with the movie. I can't see the movie because it's so dark. Like, the screen, it's so dark I can't see. I just finished the last movie. The movie has some problems, but it's just really over now. The credits ended, and now I'm just sitting in silence. I have no idea what to do now. What did I do before I was reading the Harry Potter books and watching the movies? I don't know how some people can cry so pretty. I'm not a pretty crier. But, he's a little kitten. Right now he's about 10 weeks old. He's just a 10-week-old little this is how big his head is compared to my hand.